Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm Scott Smith. Jane is off this week. On Park Update, St. Louis Park and Edina received an extension on the potential land purchase from Minneapolis. The fire department needs new unwrapped toys for the holidays, and the Human Rights Commission is seeking nominations for the 2014 Human Rights Award. These stories and more just ahead on the update. Edina and St. Louis Park are in the midst of appraisals as part of the process to potentially purchase the Minneapolis waterworks site at 40th and France. Minneapolis has owned the property since the 1920s, and 2/3 of the 14.3-acre property is in Edina. The remaining 1/3 is in St. Louis Park. The wooded property is currently used for walking and bike riding, and it houses a Minneapolis pump station. The cities must provide written offers that reflect the fair market value of the land by December 31st. The property, zoned for residential in both Edina and St. Louis Park, will be marketed to other interested parties for purchase if the cities don't make an offer by the December 31st deadline. The St. Louis Park Fire Department, the Park Tavern, and Perspectives Family Center are asking for your help in collecting toys for those in need this holiday season. Donate a new unwrapped toy at Park Tavern, 3401 Louisiana Avenue South, to benefit families in need around the community. Toys must be donated by 8:30 a.m. Friday, December 12th. Toys will then be taken to Perspectives Family Center by the St. Louis Park Fire Department. They'll then be distributed to families in need around the community. If you have any questions, please call the Fire Department at 952-924-2595. In January 2012, the City Council appointed a 21-member Community Recreation Facility Task Force to provide recommendations to the City Council regarding the addition of future recreation facilities or programs and to look at possible partnerships and locations. The task force followed the city's 2006-2007 visioning process, in which a community or civic center was identified as a potential project to exemplify the city's commitment to remaining a connected and engaged community. After more than 2 years of additional planning, city staff and its consultants presented to the City Council in October 2014 a schematic design for a potential facility and parking structure to be located adjacent to the rec center that would be expected to cost approximately $48 million to construct. The schematic design includes all of the program components originally identified by the task force. At an October 27, 2014 City Council study session, the majority of the council members asked that further discussion on a potential community center be delayed until early 2015 in order to better understand possible financial commitments the city may need to undertake as part of the Southwest Light Rail Transitway project. The City Council has not taken any action or votes to approve a community center at this time, and it has not authorized any further investment in design work. Its next step, should the City Council decide to continue exploring a community center, would be a comprehensive community outreach effort to receive community feedback. The City Council is expected to consider its next steps in January 2015. For more information on the work to date and on a potential community center, and if you have additional questions, feel free to contact Recreation Superintendent Jason West at jwest@stlouispark.org, or you may call Jason at 952-924-2554. Well, now that we're experiencing winter in the park, make sure you are familiar with St. Louis Park's new snow emergency parking rules. We have more ways than ever to let you know when a snow emergency is in effect. Go to www.slpsnow.org to check out our communication tools, to register, and to get more details on the new rules. Avoid a tow and stay in the know. Well, the city has a few sidewalk snow removal tips for you. You or anyone you hire must throw snow onto your own property, not out in the street. Shoveling snow onto streets creates unsafe driving conditions and violates city ordinance. For everyone's safety, please shovel sidewalks promptly. City ordinance requires homeowners to shovel sidewalks on the same day of a snowfall if 6 hours of daylight remain after the snow has stopped falling. Otherwise, sidewalks must be cleared by noon the following day. Drivers should also avoid parking to block access to sidewalks at mid-block, which forces pedestrians to walk to the end of the block to reach the sidewalk. And if you're leaving town for a few days or a few months, please make arrangements for someone to shovel your walk while you are away. The Human Rights Commission is seeking nominations for the 2014 Human Rights Award. The award recognizes individuals, groups, organizations, or businesses that have made an outstanding contribution towards increasing understanding and cooperation between people of different backgrounds in St. Louis Park. For eligibility requirements and the nomination form, please visit stlouispark.org. Nominations are due by Friday, December 12th, and the recipients will be selected by members of the St. Louis Park Human Rights Commission, and the award will be presented at a future City Council meeting. Maggie's Farm Theater cordially invites you to celebrate their 6th season with It's a Wonderful Life, adapted by Tony Palermo. The heartwarming holiday story has been adapted for the stage as a live radio broadcast. The production is filled with festive entertainment and live music. Limited seats are available for performances on Friday, December 5th and 19th at 7 p.m. and December 12th at 2 p.m. and again at 7 p.m. All performances are at the Lenox Community Center Little Theater at 6715 Minnetonka Boulevard. This is the inaugural performance in the newly remodeled Lenox Little Theater. Advance ticket sales are available through brown paper tickets, and tickets are available at the door on performance dates. Make a difference to a local senior this holiday season by participating in the Be a Santa to a Senior program. Take an ornament off the tree at the Lenox Community Center and get a gift for the senior whose name is on the ornament. Put the gift in a bag and drop off the gift and the ornament at the Lenox office by 10 a.m. on Friday, December 12th. Suggested gifts include slippers, nail polish, towels, or stamps. For more information, call 952-928-6443. Come paint a gift for your loved one at open painting in the art room at Lenox from 9 a.m. to noon on Fridays from December 5th through the 19th. The open session is free for all members. Room availability may change due to facility needs. And the woodshop is also open for your gift-giving creations from Tuesday, December 2nd to January 27th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Instructor John Tatso will be assisting those in the workshop. Again, room availability may change due to facility needs. Katya Dragotis is up next with the Sports Update.
Basketball has kicked off in the park, and St. Louis Park boys team won their first game of the season against Irondale on November 21st. Their second game of the season didn't fare so well for the Orioles as they lost to Roseville 80-40. Ray Whitlock was the leading scorer with 12 points. They will take on Blake this Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Benilde St. Margaret's boys basketball team has also had a rough start, losing their first 3 games of the season. Sam Baker leads the Red Knights in scoring, averaging 13.3 points per game. Benilde's next game is at home on December 2nd against Minnetonka. St. Louis Park girls team dominated in their season opener with a 79-34 win over Blake. Abby Olson was the Orioles' leading scorer with 17 points. They'll travel to Farmington on December 2nd. St. Louis Park girls hockey team has seen some success their early season with a record of 3-3. The Orioles couldn't scrape by Hutchinson on November 29th, losing 0-7. The girls have 2 games this week against the St. Paul Blades on December 3rd, at home, and on the road on December 5th against Robbinsdale. Elena Basil leads the Orioles this season with 8 goals. Benilde St. Margaret's girls hockey team has also seen great success this season with an overall record of 4-2. Sydney Simon leads the Red Knights this season with 6 goals. They'll travel to Duluth this Friday. Benilde St. Margaret's boys hockey team are off to a strong season, winning both their games against East Ridge and Elk River. St. Louis Park boys hockey team has had a slower start to their season with a tie against Waconia and losing to Henry Sibley last Tuesday 2-6. They look to get back on track this week against Delano and at home on Thursday, December 4th against Minneapolis. There's always many questions on how high school sports can advance and expand with the changing times. Sun Sailor sports editor John Sherman has a plan that he believes our society needs and wants the Minnesota State High School League to listen closely. I sat down with John while he shared his ideas with me. John, you've proposed some co-ed athletic programs for the high school, one being softball in the fall, bowling in the winter, and a co-ed volleyball in the spring. Why do you think these programs would be so important to introduce to high school students?
The one thing I see missing in the high school league program as it is now, Katya, is co-ed sports. I see co-ed sports succeeding for adults with volleyball, with bowling, with softball certainly, soccer, some great sports programs that go on in the summer, the spring, the fall, even the winter with some broomball leagues being co-ed. And I just think it's kind of a last frontier for the high school league to add sports that will maybe bring more people into the programs and give more opportunities for athletes who might not be in the mainstream of varsity sports, although these would be varsity sports.
Have you had a lot of people approach you about programs like this? What's the interest level like?
I think the strongest interest comes from the bowling community, but there are other groups that would like to see co-ed sports. I know Bloomington has had a co-ed high school boys and girls softball program for quite a few years. Co-ed volleyball, very popular in colleges. I was up at UMD a few years ago, and they had a Saturday morning league with three men and 3 women on the court at the same time, and it was tremendous to watch.
In your mind, ideally, when would you see these programs implemented into the schools?
I would say maybe a couple years from now. I think it's something to discuss. Maybe there could be some local meetings to gauge the interest level.
Plan to participate in the Ugly Sweater Dash 5K at 5:30 p.m. on Sunday, December 7th at Louisiana Oaks Park. The course will loop through Louisiana Oaks Park and the lighted trees of Oak Hill Park. Afterwards, runners can warm up across the street at Park Tavern and admire their accomplishments while wearing their new race shirt. Registrations also receive a goodie bag. Register by 5 p.m. on race day at webtrack.stlouispark.org. Click on special events in the adult, youth/teen program boxes to sign up. That's your park sports update. I'm Katya Dragotis.
Hello, I'm Jim Lombardi, Recreation Supervisor with your Rec Minute. With the weather getting colder, the outdoor rinks will soon be open. The Recreation Department is offering adult men's and co-rec broomball leagues. Leagues will be played on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday evenings at Nelson Park. Hurry in and register as the deadline is Friday, December 5th, and games are scheduled to start the week of December 16th, depending on weather. If you'd rather stay indoors and avoid the cold, we are offering adult volleyball leagues at the St. Louis Park Middle School on Wednesday evenings. We offer a co-rec C and D league. The deadline to register for the winter season is Monday, December 22nd, and games will start on January 7th. To receive a registration for any of these leagues or for more information, you can call the Rec Center at 952-924-2540 or go to our website at www.stlouispark.org. So whether you like to be outside on the rinks or staying warm in the gyms, we have a league for you in the park.
Well, that's it for this week's Park Update. Thank you for watching. Now be sure you take some time to get out there and experience life in the park.